Nah, I don't want to interrupt your tea, buddy.
Get yourself a mug.
Nah, I can't.
Come on, grab yourself a tea bag.
Nah, I couldn't.
Grab yourself a mug and get on in here.
Alright, you bloody convinced me.
We're here today to take a short break, sit down with some lovely chicken nuggets and look over some of the feedback that we've received. We've had a lot of responses to our second season so far, and we want to start off by thanking everyone who's got in touch, supported us, and given us ideas for videos and generally been superb in their reactions. We were delighted to see two of our favourite people, Erin Brewer and Colin Winter, mention us in their recent absolutely fantastic interview, which is well worth checking out.
Have you seen the documentary by the State Media, the UK group?
I've seen a couple of them.
Okay, because you are in one of them. It just clicked now.
What channel is this?
We'd also like to thank everyone who's donated. It really is appreciated and really boosts our tea and biscuit fund. People think we might be joking about that, but we're honestly not. We get through a lot of tea and biscuits as a group, as we brainstorm these videos, write them and edit them.
State Media, 2,000 subscribers, okay.
And to answer a very common question, custard creams.
I'm so overwhelmed by how bad this is.
So that's it really, just a short bonus episode to show our appreciation to everyone who supported us.
This subterranean IQ shit, fuck, oh god.
Wait, what the hell?
Actual fucking fully grown men sitting in their little houses eating chicken nuggies and man, this is right.
Who the fucking is this guy? Well, okay, wait. Okay, let's all calm down and see what he has to say. Something about his subterranean IQ, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. What is that?
I had fucking scabies once, you know that?
Maybe he has some wisdom to impart, some constructive criticism. We won't get angry, we won't stoop to his level. Despite him being on the other side of this debate, we'll be polite and address his concerns in a level-headed way. Sid is a horrible man. He's not concerned with anything except assaulting women. He hasn't ever had a proper relationship, and he smells like burnt tyres. He lives in a basement and watches naked women on his computer all day. What's important to note about Sid, though...
Wait, is this guy real?
Oh my god, do you think? Do you think this guy's real? Really? Look at him, he's got one eye twice the size of the other. He's got a forehead the size of Texas. Is he real? Is he real? Honestly, are you asking that question? Are you fucking stupid, you dust and diamond fucking wannabe fucking fucksock? Sorry, where were we? Okay, yes, being calm and being polite. What's important to note about Sid, though...
Wait, is this guy real?
is that he's entirely fictional. He's a made-up character and not based on anyone real at all. Let's see what he has to say.
This dating app accepts trans people. Look, fucking trans women! They fucking said. What?
One of the major points we made in our last video was that self-ID is a risk to women and children, as it can easily be abused by men looking to use self-ID in order to act in bad faith. This may include pretending to be trans women on dating apps, where any bad faith actor can simply call themselves a trans woman with no real checks in place to stop them. This would be an abuse of self-ID. We explain this pretty clearly, yet the Scottish postman Pat here seems to think that just because the person pictured has called themselves a trans woman, they are a trans woman. Thus proving our point. Anyone can say they're a trans woman. Anyone. And if you believe that this is all it takes to prove you are one, then safeguarding goes out the window. Still, let's push on and see what else the Poundland Marwan Fellaini has to offer us. Everyone can make mistakes, so let's not assume he's thick as mince just because he's got this one so wrong.
We're already speeding up. This guy is so... Okay, here we go.
Well, Professor Yaffle, it's a shame you found us so slow in our videos. We obviously can't compete with your dynamic Twitch content.
Now, if this is the case, fuck it, I'd love to... You know what I think we should do is... Of course, you've had to make up a person because this doesn't happen. First, like, this doesn't happen. There's no data this happens.
The 10-year-old girl was sexually assaulted by Katie Dolotowski, a trans-identified male, in their Kirkcaldy branch in
One. We have one.
Yes, there's one. We also had many, many, many other examples of self-ID being abused by predatory men. Unfortunately, Screech from Saved by the Bell bailed out of the video once he became aware that there were too many examples for him to counter-argue. The man's a coward, and we eat pieces of chicken like him for breakfast. Allegedly. Here we have an example of deflection and dismissal, as Beaker from the Muppets decides to hand-wave away the sexual assault of a 10-year-old girl, comparing it to Cheryl Cole hitting someone.
Of course, yeah, cis women attack women in bathrooms as well. Didn't fucking Cheryl Cole, like the nation's sweetheart, like, from Girls Aloud, she assaulted a fucking like a toilet cleaner in an Asda. Should she have been banned from women's bathrooms because of her threat that she posed to women?
Now, maybe it's just the chicken nuggets talking here, but that seems quite disingenuous. We think in the grand scheme of things that showing no concern over the fact that a 10-year-old child was sexually assaulted isn't a great look. Oh, but that isn't the most idiotic thing this guy says. Listen to this.
And not to mention, the best question is like, how do you enforce this, right? Because some cis women have beards. Right?
Let's hear that again.
Some cis women have beards.
Okay, once more, but please stop laughing. We have to move on.
Some cis women have beards.
Okay, that's enough. Here's another nonsensical point.
He's going to go in anyway. Like, all that this would do if you stopped people like this from going into the women's bathroom is that they lose like what, 3 or 4 seconds before women in the bathroom start screaming? Oh god, that was probably one of the worst videos I've ever seen.
Well, thanks for the feedback, Borat. We'll be sure to make them even better for you from now on. Although I think it's fair to say that you won't watch them. And even if you did, you wouldn't understand them. You're a victim of a misogynistic ideology, and we can tell this quite easily, because the rest of your video is just lies and slagging off women.
Fucking TERF Kingdom. And it's usually been like conspiracy theorists or QAnon or fucking like COVID denial or anti-vax and all that. Menopausal women in particular, menopausal sort of middle-class women, feminists, mostly men. That's where most of this is coming from. Fuck this bitch, right? Fuck that bitch. Thought of having to travel back home with these motherfuckers on with them.
I always used to say, I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
If you're a lesbian and you're gatekeeping trans women that are lesbians, that is transphobic as f***.
This has just been a very short video to poke a bit of fun and really just to say how appreciative we are of all of our supporters. We'll be back soon with another proper video that this scruffy Jacob Rees-Mogg will hate.
I had fucking scabies once.
We'll see you next time. If you liked what you saw, please click on the like button.
You like me!
Ring the bell thing. And please subscribe. That way YouTube thinks it's a good video and drops it into more people's timelines. You can sign up to become a Patreon member and get some cool stuff, and you can find us on Twitter. We did have a coffee page, but it was targeted by gender ideology activists and has been under review for the past year, so don't bother with that. In the unlikely event that you do want to sling us a few quid for making these videos, you can donate via PayPal. It keeps us in tea and biscuits while we edit these things together. Thanks again, and we'll see you all next time. Now, obviously, we know it's not big or clever to make fun of people's appearances, but the amount of misogyny that this guy was spewing and his absolute hatred towards women, we felt it justified.